Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated this when he received the chairman of China Railway Construction Company, CRCC, Dai Hagen, who led a delegation and courtesy visit to him. The governor expressed the willingness of his administration to further collaborate in building an economic hub that will benefit all residents and an enabling environment where businesses can thrive.
We can exchange ideas and thoughts, and we can build, together a business and an economy that two countries will be truly proud of and want to do more as we go forward, as we push forward, because that's what the city wants, and that's what our citizens want us, to be able to provide for them.
Speaking earlier, Chairman of China Railway Construction Corporation, CRCC, Da Hagen, restated the commitment of the corporation to strengthen bilateral relationship in energy, ecological conservation, urban railway transit with Nigeria and the Lagos State government. Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, LASPA, has cautioned stakeholders in the construction industry and residents to be cautious of counterfeit building approvals and planning permit. Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Oluyinka Olumide, gave the advice at the unveiling of LASPA sensitization tools and the face of LASPA at the authority's headquarters in Ikeja. Olumide emphasized the importance of verifying building permit documents from LASPA to avoid falling victim to fraudsters and imposters. According to him, the importance of town planners in creating sustainable and resilient villages, towns and cities through decisive decisions about land uses, infrastructure, transportation, and environmental conservation may not be felt by people without adequate publicity and public sensitization. On his part, Commissioner of Information and Strategy, Bengal Motosho, appealed to the leadership of LASPA to engage members of the public more through public sensitization via traditional media and new media. Earlier, General Manager, Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, Kehinde Oshinaike, stakeholders in the built environment to maximize the opportunity to regularize their building approvals with LASPA. A Special Persons Association of Nigeria, SPAN, has underscored the need to empower persons with disabilities, create equal opportunities for them, and address issues around child abuse, destitution, drug abuse, street begging among the youth. SPAN President Prince Will David stated this at the annual National Handicapped Youth Day Rally Conference held in Lagos with the theme Vessel unto Honor, taken from the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 20. According to him, the World Youth Day celebration acknowledged the value to continue reducing the alarming rate of child abuse, destitution, drug abuse, juvenile delinquency, street begging amongst the youth. David said the association has trained and empowered over 5,000 persons with disabilities, PWD, in the country, and recognized personalities, excellent PWDs, special schools.
Yes, we have affected the life of persons with disability in numerous ways. One, we are running a transport scheme, persons with disability. And that transport scheme, we have planned it in such a way that every person with special need does not pay. If you are going to Abuja, if you are going to Were, if you are going to Aba, you enter free of charge and you will be well taken care of.
On his part, National Coordinator of SPAN, Chidi Nwako, called on government and private organizations to assist the association in meeting up with some of its infrastructural projects and renovations, which will further make life easy for PWDs.
They should be able to absorb persons with disabilities that are actually qualified to be employed. Visually impaired, hearing and speaking impaired, mentally retarded, physically challenged should be employed in various sectors. No matter the little you think can come out of them, they can make their contribution towards the development of the economy.
Owanko urged PWDs and the able-bodied persons to strive to be vessels unto honor in order to be useful to God, their parents, families, and the society at large. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has introduced the Young and Secure Project, a groundbreaking initiative aimed at building trust and strengthening collaboration between young Nigerians and the police force. The government also assured that the administration of President Bola Tinubu remains steadfast in its commitment to ensuring the safety, security, and prosperity of every Nigerian citizen. Ministers of State for Police Affairs and Youth Development, Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, said the project is aimed at empowering youth to become active participants in nation building and ensure their safety and security. Suleiman Ibrahim described the project as a core initiative that restores trust, strengthens collaboration, and renews hope between young Nigerians and the police force. On his part, the Minister of State for Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, noted that the country had grappled with significant challenges in bridging the gap between its youth and law enforcement agencies. He posited that the erosion of trust and understanding between these vital segments of the society underscored the urgent need for proactive and innovative solutions. The Senate has approved the establishment of the Northwest Developmental Commission, NWDC, to address the challenges facing the 7 states in the geopolitical zone. Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Barrow I. Jibrin, and 20 other senators from the 7 states which make up the Northwest Geopolitical Zone sponsored the establishment bill. Chairman of the Senate Special Duties Committee, Shehu Kaka, moved the motion for presentation and consideration of report, while Senator Ireti Kinigbe seconded the motion. While presenting the report, Senator Kaka explained that the intent and purpose of the bill are well structured and strategically streamed for the socio-economic development of the Northwest Zone. He also explained that the commission, if established, will bring the federal government closer to the northwestern state and meet the yearnings and aspirations of the people who have suffered incalculable damage to infrastructure and livelihoods as a result of the activities of bandits. The House of Representatives has called on the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Office of National Security Advisor to carry out further enlightenment on the Cyber Crimes Act and implementation of the 0.05% levy and correct the wrong impression that the levy is to be charged on individuals. The resolution of the House was sequel to a notion of urgent public impotence brought upon the floor of the House by the minority leader of the House, Kingsley Chinda, and 7 others on the urgent need to correct the wrong perception of the House of Representatives' position on implementation of Cyber Crimes Act at the plenary. Chinda said the media space is awash with the wrong impression that the House of Representatives is against the law passed by her, which impression painted the House in bad light. It said the House will continue to enlighten Nigerians because many of them are not aware that this law do not apply to them, but those who are making profit from cyberspace. And in foreign news, South Africa has urged the International Court of Justice, ICJ, to order Israel to halt its assault on Rafah as part of its case accusing Israel of genocide against the Palestinians. South Africa, which filed its case in January over Israel's war on Gaza, is seeking additional emergency measures over its offensive on Rafah, a city in the southern Gaza Strip, where more than 1 million displaced Palestinians had sought shelter from Israeli attacks on other parts of the enclave. Israel is pressing on with its attacks in Rafah, despite explicit warnings that it could carry genocidal consequences. Meanwhile, Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said the widely criticized operation in Rafah will continue as additional forces will enter the area. Rafah is a tiny, overcrowded city where hundreds of thousands of Palestinians have taken shelter in tents and are facing the rapid spread of diseases and the severe lack of food and clean water. And in sport, former professional boxer Lennox Lewis has predicted that Tyson Fury will overcome Alexander Usyk to become world heavyweight champion. Lewis stated that Fury has longer arms and great movement to knock down Usyk. He said both have great movement, noting that it is going to be a great fight. Meanwhile, both boxers will clash on Saturday night in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and the winner will become the first boxer in history to hold all 4 major ties. Just before we go, please do not drive beyond the specified speed limit. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X Traffic Radio 961, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that Sanwo-Olu administration engaged independent managers for the management of the Lagos theatres? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government said it is looking forward to a better collaboration with China on rail construction, renewable energy, investment opportunities, and an enduring relationship that is mutually beneficial for all. The federal government has introduced the Young and Secure Project, a groundbreaking initiative aimed at building trust and strengthening collaboration between young Nigerians and the police force. We also told you that South Africa has urged International Court of Justice, ICJ, to order Israel to halt its assault on Rafah as part of its case accusing Israel of genocide against the Palestinians. And in sport, former professional boxer Lennox Lewis has predicted that Tyson Fury will overcome Alexander Usyk to become the world heavyweight champion. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshin. I'm Sarah Adesanya. Thank you for listening and God bless you.